this, I will say, I know everybody is here together, trying to get here together. If you have group questions and private questions, I will be glad to do group. And then any individual questions or interviews, I will also be glad to do. Let me do what I formally do. My name is Carolyn Parsons. I am Erica Lynn Parsons' biological mother. We are here in front of the Rowan County Courthouse today because Casey Parsons pled guilty on all charges. I've said all along that Casey deserved life in prison versus the death sentence. I still 100% agree with that because their life in prison living, her life in prison living, will be worse than any death sentence she could ever get. Her sentences are going to run concurrent. I don't know if anybody heard this, but when that judge made that last statement was, and you cannot be around children. Yee-haw! Casey loses her rights to watch her grandkids grow up. What an incredible final end for her.
She showed some remorse that we haven't seen before. I mean, we really haven't heard her talk. What did you think about what she had to say for her?
I don't know what I believe. I don't know what I don't believe. I know as far as having her other children participate, I just cannot seem to understand how. I don't know why. But she did the one thing I wanted her to do. She at least said something. Saying something sometimes says more than saying nothing. Everybody takes away with this how they see this. I don't know that I believe that she is sorry. I don't know that I believe that I didn't mean to. You stood in front of cameras in 2013 and lied. You stood in front of cameras in 2016 and lied. You have made no efforts to reach out to anybody to come forward with the truth. I have been upfront. I have been honest. I have gave names. I have gave locations, anything and everything I knew. I had nothing to hide. I came back in 2013 to prove, A, I didn't have her, and no, this is not acceptable. And I stand by that to this day. It's not acceptable. It's not okay to hug a kid and pat him on the back and say it's going to be okay when you know it's not. That's not okay. There are more people that were failed and helped fail than just Casey.
You heard more than an hour's worth of the district attorney going over torture that was inflicted on your daughter. What was going through your mind hearing that list of everything that she did?
Some of it I had heard. Some of it I hadn't heard. I still completely believe that Casey Parsons has no heart. She has no soul. She is a body that is just there. She is an individual who just functions. This will maybe not be closure, but at least Casey is done. The only thing Casey gets is what Erica doesn't. She gets to live. But in return for living, she will probably be in solitary confinement. And every time she gets out, she gets to listen to people talk about her. listen to people whisper about her. She gets to wonder, am I going to make it back to my cell tonight? Am I going to wake up in the morning? What is my life going to be like tomorrow? Oh, that's right, you don't have a life.
What do you want to see happen as it pertains to Sandy? I know there's still more here in this case.
Sandy is definitely going to be a little bit harder for me because I watched Sandy grow up. Sandy was in my wedding. But I will still have to say, life in prison versus death for the same reasons. But see, this time, when their federal charges are over, they're in North Carolina. There is not one single solitary person, unless you live in a bubble, in North Carolina that doesn't know something about this. And when they go to prison this time, they go with a different label. They go, this word is very hard for me to use. She goes as a child murderer. They carry a different label. It's not for embezzling government money or stealing from a child. They now go in as a child murderer. That's something they have to figure out, not me.
And are you planning to go back to Louisiana, or where are you?
I actually live in Virginia. I've been in Virginia for 3 years now. Working, really happy with my job. Getting back into my GED classes again. And like I said last time, once I am done with my GED, my proposed goal as a child advocate stop patting them on the head, kissing them on the forehead, and telling them it's going to be okay. When you know when you shut that door and walk out of that house, it is not okay. It is not acceptable. If you can talk to a 22-year-old and tell them it's not okay, then you can talk to a woman. And if you can't figure out how to do it, then you're in the wrong. And that's just how it is. I have been a part of the system not once, not twice, 7 times standing. 7 times. One was me, 2 was my brother, and I believe